All right. I think we're here. Did we make it? Did we make it? Yeah, boy. All right. Welcome, everybody. I am Mr. Poseidon. How are you? I missed you guys. Hey, we live streamed live last week from the Cape Cod.
Cape Cod Canal.
Cod. Another new name tonight. Cape Cod. I was in Cape Cod fishing for stroopers. No, I'm kidding. Let's not overdo it. So I went to the Cape Cod Canal, and I was there with my friend and his wife. My wife also came. Let's lower the music here. Woo. So my wife also came, and that was weekend warrior surfcaster Joe. Listen, we all go fishing. We all get into incidences. But Joe is a sweetheart. I know him very well. But that was very funny with the chicken this morning, Joe. Oh, my goodness, that was so funny. I was like, what is that? Anyway, other than that, welcome, everybody. And thank you, Joe. That was a wonderful weekend. Both you and your Madonna wife. Beautiful time, right, hon? Tell Joe.
Rosemary, I know.
Yeah,
so
it was
nice.
such a nice time.
So
He's not supposed to say a name. Joe's going to kick my booty now. Jesus Christ. All right. No, I'm just kidding. Let's not use God's name in vain like that. I'm sorry. I have to go to church now. All right. So, welcome, everybody. Today, as you know, we're going to have Bruce Bain on. Bruce Bain, he is the caped surfcaster. You know, Bruce Bain. Bruce, what's up, Brucey Bruce? Okay, so let's talk about something a little before we get to Bruce. Bruce, I'm sorry to hold you up. Bruce is on the time tonight. I'm paying him $4 a minute. That's what we came up with. So he is making some money. So if you guys read the comments, I made a joke. That was a joke. I hope nobody took that serious. Bruce didn't really, touch my booty. Bruce, if you read it, you would have died laughing. I don't think you read it. Read it later. I don't think Bruce read it, but read it later, Bruce. So anyhow, that was on the comments on the, what was it, the live stream?
Put it on Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram. So check it out later. Anyway, today, what was I going to, oh, yes, so I went to the Cape Cod Canal. It was great. I fished with Weekend Warrior. He got a 34-pound fish. I'll try and have that video up in the next 2 days. I've been working on it. It's not easy, guys. I've been doing doubles. Tomorrow I got a single. I will be working. That's right. I work Labor Day weekend, guys. But on Tuesday, I'll be somewhere, either Rhode Island, if Bruce promises not to touch my hiney again. But I'll come to Rhode Island, or I'll go to Montauk. I'm up in the air right now. I'd rather go with Bruce. I'll take my chances with the hiney thing, you know? Anyhow, what else do we got to say, honey? Did you have a nice time at the canal? Did you?
It was beautiful.
It
really, really
It
beautiful.
really was nice, honey. Tell me the truth.
Oh, yeah, it was.
It was nice. Did you like it?
Yes.
It was good? Tell me the truth.
It was.
When I forced you to jog with me, did you like that part?
I loved it.
No, you didn't. You were yelling at me, cursing me. It was horrible. Listen, we're married. 24 years, right? September 20th, right?
That's right.
24 years married. All right. Anyway, so we got married when we were 9, so it makes us a lot younger now. But anyhow, so we had a wonderful time at the Cape Canal. We fished. We got fish every morning. It was exactly at slack tide. The bite started, and it lasted for about an hour. And it just so happens that the first day we got there, slack tide was at 6:10. So you get it. For 3 straight days, we had an excellent slack tide. It was great. I mean, we were scoring fish. Everybody was. It was wonderful meeting the locals. But I'm going to tell you something about meeting locals in areas. I'm going to take my shades off and get on the reading glasses. But I'm going to tell you something about that. When you're catching fish, everybody's catching fish. I've noticed something. Everybody is very happy and they're willing to talk to you and tell you all their secret hiding spots. But if they're not catching fish, stand back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, stand back. I mean, you got to be pretty pissed off, too, for not catching the fish. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the locals in Cape Canal. Guys, it was wonderful meeting you. I know I met my buddy Mike, and I'm going to tell that story really quick. So me and Weekend Warrior Surfcaster, we showed up about 3:30 in the morning at the Cape Canal. We picked out a spot. We went down, and we set up, and we started casting. locals started showing up, and they were filling up all around us. But the first local to show up was this guy, Mike. Now, I didn't know his name at the time, and he was behind me. He's a tall guy. I would put him in the 6'5", 6'6" range. I think he told me he was 6'7", but anyway, he's a very tall man. And he's got a beard, and he's got tattoos, cut-off T-shirt. So I watched him watch us for a little while, and I kept saying to myself, what is this guy looking at us for? I was looking at Joe. Joe's looking at me. I don't know. So we're turning around. All of a sudden, this guy walks away to my left, and he goes far to my left, and then he climbs down the rocks, and now he's coming towards me. So I'm like, well, what's going on here? Why didn't you just stop over there? But he kept coming towards me, and he stopped. Now, I'm going to tell you something. He was closer to me than me and Joe were to each other. And me and Joe are friends, even though we almost had a fight and beat each other up. We'll talk about that later. Joe could have fucking whipped my ass. I was like, listen, Joe, I'm only kidding. Anyway, so going back to the mic thing, he comes next to me, and we start fishing. I heard him say something, hey, and he asked me something. And I was waiting for this guy. Like, I watched a couple of Cape Cod Canal videos, and I was like, is this one of those guys that's going to be like, don't cross my line? You get it? Got it, buddy? So, I was waiting for something like that. He looked really, really tough, and I was like a little worried. So all of a sudden he says something to me, and I was like, what? Trying to act tough. And he was like, he looked at me really quick, and he goes, no, I want to ask a question. So all of a sudden I went up to him. That guy, Mike, I'm going to tell you right now, you are a very sweet man. You were a good dude. You told me about your consecutive fish. You got that Weekend Warrior Surfcaster was fishing in a certain spot, and he goes, where your buddy's standing in 218, I caught a 35 and 47-pound fish in succession. That's not going to happen. You have better chances of winning the lottery than for that to happen. Anyhow, Mike, it was a pleasure meeting you, and I never said anything to him. All 3 days I met him there, we were talking, and when I was finally leaving on that final day to say goodbye to him, I was like, Mike, it was a pleasure meeting you. Take care, buddy. And he looks at me, and I didn't tell him anything about Mr. Poseidon, nothing. And he looks at me and he goes, take care, Mr. Poseidon. That was the best feeling. I was like, holy smokes. He goes, hey, I follow you. I was like, wow, Mike, way to go. So I was like, just so happy. That just made my time. Mike, it was a pleasure meeting you. If you're out there, I'm not sure if you're there, but if you're there, it was a pleasure meeting you. Now, really quick, before we get to Bruce, it was a great time there. I love that place, man. Kevin Maltoso, what's up, buddy? Kevin Maltoso will be my guest on next week's show. Be sure to be on that one. We're talking about the cow bass. Woo, the cow bass. Mr. Kevin Maltoso, honey, tell him about the cow bass, man. Go ahead. Tell him about what is the cow bass thing? Now, if you were not a fisherman, which we all know you go surf fishing every day. I mean, you take me out. You grind, baby. She grinds, guys. Trust me. So anyway, when I say the cow bass, what does that tell you? What does that tell you? Cow bass.
Catches giant striped bass.
There you go. Kevin Maltoso, thank you for being on the show. Maltoso, she's always correcting me. She gives me the exact Italian pronunciation. Hey! So, Danny D. Morales, what's up, buddy? We got a nice one tonight. Mario Gandini, Edwin Rivera, Weekend Warrior. We've been together. We know how to fish. I follow you, bro. You grind. Woo! Let's keep going. NorCal Cat from California. I picked up his beautiful laws. Beautiful. Beautiful, which was gifted to me by D-Bar. D-Bar, thank you very much. I go like this to you all the time. You are a very good man, a surf fisherman, hardcore. I know you fish a lot. And again, Mr. NorCal Cat is now making his way back. He's driving. He took a flight into, I think it was Oregon, and you're asking me why. He's building a boat, and he's got this special jet that's going to go under his boat because he's on low tide sometimes in some back bay areas where you got to be like this much off the ground. So they use a jet propulsion. And he found one. He flew to Oregon. He picked it up. And right now, guys, let's keep him up. Bro, let's keep up NorCal Cat. Let's keep up Orlando because he's got an 8-hour ride back. It doesn't sound like much. Oh, it's a long ride, especially when he was on a flight going there, picking it up, loading it up. Dudes, are you ready? NorCal Cat, we're with you for the show. I love this. I love that I meet people. I love that I meet all the surfcasters. Bruce Bain, what a freaking guy. Let's keep going. Johnny Francisconi, Outcast, how you doing, buddy? What's going on? D-Bar, once again, you are the man. Who else did I miss, honey? Striper Hunter, Kevin Maltozo, Edwin Rivera. We got everybody, I think. If you're out there and you haven't said a word, please put your name up. Put your name up or hit the like button. I need the likes for this to work. We got to get my name out. Put it on when I'm on Instagram, put it on your feed, put it on your story. Get my name out. I try so hard. I wish I was a girl because I'd wear a bikini, I'd go fishing, and I have 2,000 subscribers my first night. And that, my friends, is no exaggeration. So enough of me. We are here to speak to the man from the Narragansett Surf Club. He is the president, the caped, I'm going to say it again, the caped surfcaster of Rhode Island. The one, the only, Bruce Bain. Let's hear it. Bruce? I just hope that my mic is working. Are you there, Bruce?
I'm here, Eric.
Yeah, buddy! Yay. You gotta love Bruce, ladies and gentlemen. One more round of applause for Bruce. Let's hear it. Woo! Bruce! All right, let's take it easy now. All right, so, Mr. Bruce, I'm happy to have you on my show. I know it was literally, you were eating with a fork and you were like, Eric, I gotta stop eating. I was like, you gotta stop eating right now. Right now, you gotta stop eating. And he stopped eating, and here he is. He looks really hungry right now, but he's pushing that all aside for his Mr. friend, Mr. Poseidon. So, Bruce, tell me how's it going, buddy?
It's going good. I gotta say, July and August have been a
No, stop. I want to hear the sexy stuff first. Then we'll get to the fishing. How's it going, Bruce? Tell me.
Everything's great. My wife's healing up, so the sexy part, it's coming around strong now, you know?
That's what I want to hear. So what color underwear's tonight, Bruce? No, I'm kidding. You don't have to tell me. You keep that to yourself, buddy. So, Bruce, I want to ask you, Bruce, now we're going to get on to the fishing. Now, I know you fish a lot with the Wolf of Rhode Island, who recently had a problem on his Instagram. Somebody took his thing over. So, guys, if you're listening to me, please follow the Wolf of Rhode Island. This guy is a hardcore fisherman. And when I say hardcore, he's always, his job is a charter. So he does his chartering up to a certain point, correct, Bruce?
Yes.
When does he start now? Has he started surf fishing now with you, correct?
We started surf fishing in March, actually.
Okay.
We were out in the rivers, and the charter business takes off really strong, like the beginning of May, and they run hard right through Halloween. The charters are running pretty steady right now. Once we get into October, out on the ledge around Block Island, the big fish kind of go off to different places. Hopefully they come in close to the shore. They start doing a lot of ground fishing trips, for tautog and fluke, stuff like that. And they'll go right into probably the second week of November, and then they take the boat out of the water for the year. But he's working really hard. Some days he's doing double charters. They'll go from 6 in the morning till noontime, then go back in, drop that charter off, take another charter off from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. at night. So it's definitely a grind there. It's hard to get out surf fishing after you put in 12 hours out on the water.
I get it, and that's why I was telling you. That's why I brought it up. Is that he also? Hey, Joe, how you doing? Joe Albanese, how you doing, Joey? President versus president here, but I'm glad we're both on the same side, Bruce. Oh, hey, I'm so happy. So, Joe Albanese, thank you for coming to the show. He is the vice president of the Hudson River Fishermen's Association. Thank you, Joe, for showing up tonight. He's always a staple here too. So, going back to what you were saying, Bruce, go ahead, buddy.
Charlie, he fishes, we fish mainly together. Besides you and my wife, I really don't fish with anybody else.
It makes me feel good.
So I really miss him, July and August, because, that's the summer doldrums. I mean, we still catch fish, but not like we do in the spring or the fall. But we were fishing together pretty much at least 3 nights a week or 3 mornings a week. March, April, May, and then the beginning of June. And second week of June, the charters start running heavy. A lot of nights he's tired. I end up going out alone, which I really, I don't like being out on the rocks alone. Not
Correct.
that I'm scared of anything. It's just getting hurt. It's always better to have somebody with you when you take a dump on the rocks.
Definitely, Bruce. And I would love to watch you take a dump on the rocks, to be honest with you. But anyway.
I knew that was coming.
You knew that. You put that one in there, Bruce. Come on. I mean, All right, that's all right. Listen, guys, I know Bruce from the start. He's been with me from the beginning. And I have to say, he's one of my 1 million subscribers backup guys. You know what? No, I'm just kidding. He's been with me from the start, and he always supports me. What a wonderful gentleman. He introduced me to his surf casting in the Narragansett Surf Casting Club. I mean, wonderful bunch of people. I went to the barbecues. I mean, I had a wonderful time. These people are all good people. When you come from New York and you're dealing with this, ready? This is what you're dealing with in New York. And it's not a bad thing. We protect ourselves here. So if you meet a guy like Brooklyn Warrior Surfcast and you go to him, hey, how you doing? He's going to look at you and go, yo, I'm good, man. Leave me alone. You got to know how to approach people. But in New York, we get a lot of that tough guy stuff. So now you go to Rhode Island and you meet these guys and they're like, hey. And I'm like, is it for real here? You feel like you're in that movie. What was that movie called where everything was perfect and they went into black and white?
I think Pleasantville.
Pleasantville. I feel like when I go to Rhode Island, I feel like I'm in Pleasantville. All these guys are just so nice. At the bar, everybody was so nice. And I was so happy. Look, listen, guys, I was a loner all my life. And the way I got into gangs was I paid them. No, I'm just kidding. I was a loner all my life, and meaning I always fished alone. I tried to get my friends into it, but it was very difficult. And I'll tell you, I put them on fish sometimes. They'd laugh, they'd joke. We're all drinking beers. We're on the beach. We're having a... Those were the days. You can't drink beer on the beach anymore. But we, and it was a good time with them the few times I went. But none of them took it seriously enough where they were like, I was like, you're going to go fishing with me tomorrow? I'll call you at 3 a.m. They're like, yeah, I'm in. On that 4th beer. They're not even on their 9th yet. And they're like, yeah, I'm in. And I was like all psyched up. I'm going fishing with these guys. Hey, you going fishing? Hello? Hello? Nobody wanted to go. If you're serious about surf casting and so on, you've got to know, you've got to put in a grind, and it's not just, hey, I'm going fishing at 11 a.m. It's none of that. You got to follow the tides, follow the moons, and the best ones to get are at night, period. I'm going to let you know that. It's at night. That's where you're going to catch the big ones. Moran Saxatilis. Did I say that right, honey?
Maroon Saxatilis?
That's correct. Maroon Saxatilis. I did not say that wrong. I'm sorry if I said it wrong. But Maroon Saxatilis, winner of the SurfRadsBall.com. That's SurfRadsBall.com. If you haven't been there, that's Bill Wetzel's site. Best guide in Montauk. What are you doing? If you haven't been out there, get him as a guide. Do I have to yell? Do I have to scream? Do I have to tell you what color underwears Bruce is wearing tonight? No, we're not going to do that. We're going to continue on, and we're going to have a nice show. Nice and comfortable. Don't get scared. You're like, everybody's looking at me right now, Bruce, and going, what the heck is wrong with Mr. Poseidon tonight? Well, I just so happen to have my new neighbor move in, and he's a drug dealer. He's a nice guy. No, I'm just kidding. No drug dealers moved in. Everything is fine.
No more pineapple for you.
What does that mean? No more, wait. Now I'm putting you on the spot. What does no more pineapple mean? Tell them what I have in here right now because they think I'm crazy.
Oh, sorry. That's just juice.
No, you're supposed to take Poland spring water. Every week for 2.5 years, it's Poland spring water. Poland spring water. Now, what do you say I have in here?
Juice.
She's halfway right. But anyway, you get the other half. Guys, I'm very happy tonight. I had a nice week in Cape Cod Canal. I have a wonderful guest on tonight. And Bruce, I want you to continue. Back to you. I don't want to just keep taking away this. Nobody wants to hear my big mouth. Let's talk about Rhode Island and the fishing that occurred in the summertime. How was the summer, Bruce? Tell me about it.
Summer's it's really tough. I mean, there's always fish in Gansett, no doubt about it. You know, come springtime and the bunker and the bay move to deeper water or they move out, fishing gets a lot better around Newport and Jamestown. You know, you got those ledges around there. It's almost like what you were fishing up in Rockport. There's a lot of deep water close to shore. I really don't fish that area much. You know, we fish mainly Narragansett. You've been out with us.
Yeah, beautiful there, by the way, guys. Go ahead, Bruce.
Yeah, there's, you know, you get those resident fish, and you know, a few of the shoppies know where those resident fish hold up, but even that, it's not something you can count on 110%. We caught fish. I mean, we haven't skunked a lot, but it's been a grind. We went out, me and Charlie went out Friday night, and, you know, we fished for about 5 hours, and Charlie got 5 fish. Best one was around 36 inches. I had 1 fish for the night, and it was like 10 inches long. I was kind of ashamed, but, you know, we still caught. We didn't get...
Nah, Bruce, come on, man. You know what I love? Guys, don't worry about if you don't catch the big fish. We all can't beat Kevin Maltoso, because when that guy goes fishing, it's not under 45 pounds ever. I'm like, how the hell is this guy doing this? He's not cow bass, man. Next week, September 11th, he's on. You better watch. That's going to be a good one. But this is a better one. Bruce, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What were you saying?
It's there's like so much bait has been around like the last 3 weeks. It really went crazy. I was standing in one spot about 2 weeks ago. I was up on some rocks looking down into water, and there was lights behind me, so it draws the bait in. But in that one spot, we had bay anchovies, which New Yorkers call spearing, you know, and they were only about an inch long, millions of them. There was peanut bunker there. There was longfin squid there. And the longfin squid were actually trying to eat the peanut bunker and the bay anchovies. I watched, in my own eyes, a bass probably between 40 and 44 inches, swimming in 3 feet of water, eating spearing, and ignoring the squid. He swam right by the squid. And I mean, if a bass that big is ignoring longfin squid and they're fixed on that small bait, you know it's going to be a tough bite. And it's just been crazy. There's so much bait this year. I'm hearing the same thing from guys in New York. You know, Bill was saying there's bait everywhere up there. Hoping for some of those daytime blitzes, you know, as long as the bait sticks around into October, the water cools down a little bit, it's going to be a real good fall.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I remember last year, guys, I went out with these guys. Now, when I say these guys, I'm talking about Bruce Bain and also his buddy, who he goes out fishing with most of the time, which is Charlie, the Wolf of Rhode Island. Now, Charlie, I'm going to tell you, Bruce is a hardcore fisherman, period, but Bruce isn't going to stand at the edge of a cliff that's 45 feet drop. Charlie will. Charlie will. He will. Charlie is a grinder. He is a mover. I'll never forget. I had to follow him once, and this guy was moving. Yo, Bruce, he was freaking moving. I was almost embarrassed, and I was trying to keep up. And I've mentioned this many times before, guys. I mentioned this many times before, and that is that every area I went to, the rocks are different. They're different everywhere. The formations are different. I found Maine a little easier than most people, but in Rhode Island, if you're not ready and you don't have your corkers on, you will meet God early at the gates. And hopefully you've been good up to then. He can easily let you into heaven. If you haven't, you're going down, and it's all downhill from there. Wear your corkers. You don't have to worry about that. All right, so going back, where's the, okay. So going back, Bruce, I know I was following Charlie, and he was flying through, and there's a place that he went to. And I remember him, I stopped because I was walking up against rocks. You know what I'm talking about when I say up against rocks. I don't want to say. So I was walking up against rocks. Whoa. I was walking up against rocks, and he was about 50, I'm going to say 100 feet in front of me, about 30 yards, about up in front of me. And he's going to me, come on! And I just met him, and he's like, come on, let's go! Mr. Poseidon! And I'm like, holy mackerel! So I'm going up against, he's like, lean up against the rocks. So I would lean up, and that worked. So I leaned up, and then I would walk as I was leaning up against these things. And that worked. And I finally reached him, and he goes to me, "What are you doing over there?" And I'm like, "Listen, I was trying to keep up. Listen, man, just throw your rod in." He gives me a lure. He goes, "I've had this lure for years. I love this lure. I want you to use it." I was only using it. I have to say, I used it one cast. I did use it, and that was the last time we ever saw Charlie, the Wolf of Rhode Island's lure. I lost it. I'm sorry, Charlie. Honey, what do you think about that? You're on. You think you're going to get... Put your face on the mic there. That's right.
Writing back. I'm
Yeah,
writing back
you're
to
writing
someone.
back right now. My wife is writing back right now. So, what do you think about this whole situation?
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
You weren't listening to my show, and you're my wife. This is what I go through. Okay, back to Bruce. Bruce, go ahead. Charlie the Wolf, man. Tell him a little bit about how I was. This guy's hardcore. I mean, you go on his boat, and if you don't catch a fish on his boat, you're not coming back. And when he comes back, he always tells the Coast Guard the same thing. He didn't have a charter with my boat. You know, I don't know how he gets away with it, but Bruce, tell me a little bit about Charlie, because you know him better than me.
Charlie's he's definitely a grinder. He knows. He probably knows the coastline of Narragansett better than anybody I've ever met. He's actually, you know, you're talking about that stuff. We laugh about it all the time. He's 15 years younger than I am.
I know. I hate him. But anyway.
I'm like 6'3". I'm like 225 pounds.
Yeah.
I have about as much grace as a friggin' a 40-year-old elephant. You know.
Yeah. I'm right behind you. I'm a rhinoceros. But go ahead.
We got real tough terrain here in Rhode Island. You know.
Right.
I mean, Montauk guys are tough, but Rhode Island, sometimes you're on ledge, sometimes you're on.
Easy. What are you saying there? What are you saying? Stop. Rhode Island guys are tough, but the Montauk, what's? Wait a minute, Bruce. You want to be friends, don't you? I'm gonna have to bring up that the ARS touching incident. We don't want to do that. Come on. All right. No, I'm kidding, guys. It's a joke. Continue, Bruce, on that Rhode Island thing. I'm sorry.
So,
It might have been a bad joke, but go ahead.
The one spot we've been fishing a lot lately is all like bowling ball size round rocks, and it's just brutal walking in there. Like I
Right.
swear to God, I'm close to dislocating a knee or breaking an ankle at least 3-4 times every night we go in there. But the place is gonna give over some big fish in the fall. I just know it will. Charlie's like maybe 5'3", and he weighs about 140 pounds. He's been running these rocks since he was probably 13 years old. He's always 100 yards ahead of me.
Well, let's just say this, Bruce. We understand that you're 7 feet tall, but when you say that Charlie is 5'3", my God, do you want to go fishing with him again? He's gonna, I'll be like, Charlie, where's Bruce? I don't know. I went fishing with him. He got lost. 5'3", Bruce. Bruce, he's taller than me, Bruce, and I'm 5'8".
He's 5'3" in stature, but he's about 7 feet tall as far as being a
That's
fisher.
correct, buddy. He is, man. He is a tough guy, man. I love Charlie since that first trip with him. I loved him until he scared me. He was like, "You gotta do it. Let's go. Lean up against the rocks." And I was like, and I did it, and it worked. Charlie, you're the best. Thank you so much. Go ahead, Bruce. Continue on that.
He's been fishing a long time. Like I said, since he was 12 or 13 years old, he's been pounding the surf line down in Narragansett. And he never really fished with anybody. He was always a loner. And
Right.
we met about 3 years ago, and we just kind of hit it off. And now, we really just fish. Me and him fish together all the time. It's like I really don't go out with anybody else. Very, very rarely. If I have a special guest like the famous Mr. Poseidon come to Rhode Island.
Thank you,
I'm glad to
buddy.
go fish with him
The
anytime.
famous. The only thing famous here is this pineapple cup, buddy. That's it. Other than that, it's not famous at all. Honey, you want to fix that screen a little bit? You see how Bruce is gigantic and I look like, 5'3", whatever he says we are, because he's 7 feet tall. It's nice to be 7 feet tall and look at everybody and go, yeah, he's 5'2". He's 5'3". Hey, there's a tall guy at 5'5", But anyway, I get it, Bruce. I get it. Bruce, I always consider you like those, like I also consider Fergie. I don't know if Fergie's out there. I think he is. He's out there right now, James Ferguson. What's up, Fergie? Fergie, my brother, the winner today. I put out a little Instagram clip this morning. And the guy, I'm going to mention a few things. Matt, from Night Shift Fishing on Instagram. He answered first, but he didn't answer the right answer, and I was scratching my head because Matt took us on a tour up and down the canal. Wonderful guy. I'll put him in the Bruce Bain thing, but Bruce is like the Cape Surfcaster, so he's the action hero in this. I'm sorry, Matt. No, I'm kidding. Matt was very nice. He took me and my wife 7 miles up and down. This is the herring run, and the Indians are the only ones here, and the sonar and the submarines, and this is where we go fishing. Don't tell anybody. I'm sorry, Matt. I'm informed half of New York already, but no, I'm kidding. I didn't inform anybody. I only told Bruce and half of Rhode Island. But anyway, I'm kidding. So thank you, Matt, for all that. Wonderful guy. Again, going back to what I forgot what I was talking about, honey.
Bruce, what was he talking about?
What was I talking about, Bruce?
We're just talking about fishing. That's what we do on this show,
All right.
right?
I
want to know, what was your impression of the canal?
Okay, for the first time being at the canal, I wasn't expecting this. And getting aside from all the people that live there and fish there, that place is beautiful. You know, when you see the tide rushing one way, and then you see the slack tide, and you know, and then getting to the second stage, which is meeting all these fishermen, and you got to have a bicycle in the canal over there. They have a nice flat concrete road. Whether you have a pedal or anything, it's good. I got lucky. I got Damon. Damon, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate. He lended me his electric bike. And Weekend Warrior, he had his own bike, but it was a pedal bike, but he was faster than I was on the electric bike, so imagine that. But other than that, it was great. It was beautiful. Everybody over there, they have souped up electric bikes. Front baskets, rear baskets, the long baskets in the back like a second stagecoach. It was amazing. And these guys over there, they take their fishing very serious, and I'm going to let you know right now. You have to learn something today. And today what we're going to learn is we're going to ask Bruce in a minute what their baits are that they use in Rhode Island, because they're different than Long Island. They are. You know, we're all using darters in Long Island. They work, mwah, 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 mwah. And then you go and you throw a couple of darters in Rhode Island, but you put on a glider and you hang out with Charlie the Wolf of Rhode Island. And I'll never forget those fish I got with him that day. He put me on the fish, Charlie, with the gliders. I love those gliders. And that was Lawson Laws. Lawson, thank you so much. Beautiful stuff. I have an order coming from him. They'll be in the grab bag or the bonus box that you'll get at the Mr. Poseidon 3-Day Winter Striper Challenge. There's so much to say tonight. I'm so sorry about this. I'm very excited. Oh, we'll get to that later. But going back to Bruce again. What we talking about, honey? Help me. This is terrible.
I asked you about the canal.
Right. So the canal was very nice, Bruce. It was beautiful. It was more than I expected. I learned a lot on the bridges. Matt gave me a lot of the information. We went to the old areas where the abutments were for the old bridges. Just really amazing stuff. And I'm that kind of guy that'll sit there and go, man, and then I imagine the bridge, and then blah. And then my wife smacks me and goes, I've been asking, I've been calling you for 10 minutes. What are you doing? Well, the bridge, shut up. Where are we going for lunch? Anyway, we had a great lunch with them. We went to the Lobster Roll House, correct, honey?
Yeah, seafood shanty
Oh, my God.
with Matt.
Great
Oh, my
stuff.
God, for $2.99. No, it's $29.99. But you get, like, fries and the roll. You get a good amount of lobster in it. Not a good amount, a lot. Kevin Maltozo, cow bass, that kind of style lobster meat in there. It was, honey, tell them how it was.
Very, very.
Let's
very
show
excellent.
her again. Romina, honey, Romina. Mrs. P, can you please look at the camera straight on? Look into it.
attention to
Let
the
me bring this right into you. There you go, right there. Tell them, honey. Tell them.
Oh, the seafood shanty was awesome. It was great. We hung out with Matt Night Shift Fishing and his wife.
And his wife, right,
wonderful.
Emily?
Yeah.
They were fun.
So
Matt, hey, let me tell you something about Matt, guys. I have the best subscribers. I'm going to tell you, everybody's going, yeah, right. Well, I'm going to tell you a little trivia right now. Don't forget this, because one day I'm going to ask this question, and you got to get it. Probably the Rhode Island guys are going to win this, but Matt was in the top 5 best instructors in the country. So that means
What
that
kind
guy.
of instruction?
What kind of instruction? Sex instruction. What do you mean? We were there together. It was the airplanes that he flew.
Flight instruction.
Flight instructor. So, yeah, he was top 5 flight instructor in the country. Do you know what that means? He can fly anything. Because when I asked him, I said, Matt, can you fly a 747? And he looked at me and he goes, sure, but I have to take a course. So you take that course to make sure all the controls and this, and you know that. He's like, that's easy. He's very smart, Matt. Matt, I go like this to you, like that. Very, very smart guy. I hope I get to fly in a plane with you one day. I would love to do that. What happened? What, Romino will be asking him, what happened to my husband, man? Well, he had a heart attack when I was up there, and I did a little dive. And anyway, back to Bruce. Bruce, now I want to know, what kind of baits do you guys use in Rhode Island there? I'm not talking live bait. Let's talk lures right now.
I mean, I throw the darter once in a while. It's not like the first lure out of the bag. The last 2 or 3 years, you know what it's been. It's been the Larson glide bait. This lure,
beautiful.
This Larson glider in this color or plain white.
You want to put that up close to your camera, please?
Probably.
Yeah, beautiful.
This lure last year between me and Charlie probably caught 300 fish on this lure.
Woo!
You don't have to be a specialist to fish it. You cast it out, you reel it in, you twitch the rod a little bit, and the fish are just all over it. I mean, Scott, I don't know, he works magic.
He does work magic. I got lures coming from him. I ordered some lures, and now that I've seen this live with Bruce Payne, Scott, just a couple of more extra little Wonder Bird lures. You know, that's all I'm asking. That's it.
Yep.
That's it. Thank you, Scott, for that wonderful, wonderful stuff. I know each glider you get is going to be an original. It's going to be, how was that other word we use, honey? When something is original that nobody has, it's unique. You're going to get a unique glider because they're handmade, guys. And when you get a handmade, anything kind of lure, anything handmade, it's always going to be unique. And I want to thank you, Scott, for that. And I can't wait to get my lures, which are going in the bonus box, to show you guys really quick. There'll be a bonus box. Vinny's lures are already in. I'll make a video about that. These are tonight's winners, last week's winners, which are going to get put out tonight. But other than that, and we also have the Ebb Point Beach Comer bag tonight, which has a little pouch in the front. It's a 2-2 bag. That's going to be tonight's giveaways. I'll let you guys know how to enter for that one to win this bag. Beautiful bag. Look at this in orange. People will see you if you're drowning, or even if you're, floating and you're dead. They're going to find you with this. This is the good part. I'm just kidding. Nobody's going to die on my show. So going back to Bruce and the lures that you guys are using. Bruce, tell me about the lures, buddy.
All right, the other one now. I use a lot of Vin's lures, Vinny's Customs. He builds nice stuff. Rob the Bone. I mean, I use Super Strikes all the time. You can't beat this stuff. It's great. Another custom is this Scott's needlefish right here.
Yeah, Scott makes some beautiful needlefish.
This is an 8-inch needle Scott makes. He also makes a 10-inch.
Yeah.
I'm going to be throwing tonight when I go out with Charlie at 1 o'clock in the morning. This is going to be the first one out of the bag tonight. Hopefully it puts me on some big fish.
Beautiful.
There's a lot of custom plug makers out there, that make wood. And a lot of them work really well. But for the price, you can't beat Scott's stuff. He just puts so much into them, and they catch fish, no doubt about it.
I can't wait. I can't wait to get his stuff. Go ahead.
Next year for 2023, this is a shameless promotion. Is going to be Surf Ninja Customs. This is one of Charlie's hand carves right here.
No way, Charlie.
It's a killer. Charlie's got some of his lures out there. He's been giving them out to some of his customers, and they definitely catch fish. A lot of metal lips,
nice.
Needle, hand carves, stuff like that. So keep your eyes on Instagram. Those are going to be around.
Charlie, this one's for you, buddy. Way to go on that lure, pal. Thank you so much. I get to get an extra sip just because of Charlie the Wolf of Rhode Island.
And I use the bucktail a lot. This spring, soft plastics. The zingers were really. Charlie did tremendous with the zingers. He was never a soft plastic guy, but he learned this year that it can be a devastating lure in the springtime.
Let me tell you, a lot of people feel that when you use plastics, it's cheating. I don't call it any kind of cheating. It's just that we found a way where we can beat the stripers and trick them, because that's what we're ultimately doing. You know, we're seeing lures that we like, beauties, just as long as they swim right and everything's good, you got a chance of catching the striper. Just match the bait. Match the bait as best as you can. That's all I can say. And when it comes time to matching the bait with the Zinger baits, I know I'm going to have in my box, in the bonus box, in the 3-Day Montauk Challenge, will be the Tritons. That's the green tops, white bottoms, 9-inch, 3 in a pack. Wait till you get them. Everybody's getting those. But those lures really work. Match it. Match everything. What do I mean? If you're fishing a jetty and the freaking thing is ripping, don't go there with a 3-ounce jig head. Don't do that. Put on a 4-ounce jig head. Don't be afraid. And don't go there with a 7-foot St. Croix 1 3/4 ounce rod that handle it. Go there with the right stuff. Match it up with your gear. It says it strictly on the pole. If the pole says ODM, right, and it says 3 to 8 ounce, you know, I wouldn't go to 8 ounce. I mean, you could. If it says 8 ounce, they're handling it. Just throw it right. Don't snap it. You'll snap your tip. I don't care what rod you got. Man, know how to cast correctly. But I'm going to tell you this. If it says 3 to 8 ounce and you put on a 6-ounce lure, it's going to handle it. Just cast it out. It's going to handle it. Very important. All that stuff. Follow what it says on. Follow the specs on the rod. If you keep within that vicinity, put the correct line on there. Braided line. Okay, sometimes you got to go a little over because you're in some areas. Like I've learned now at the Cape Cod Canal. Know that you got to have on 50-pound braided line. A lot of people will say no. My leader was 80 pounds. Joe, Weekend Warrior Surfcaster, when we pulled in his 33-pound bass, I was pulling it in for him as he was pulling it in. You need help with those kind of fish. At the last second, Bruce, it broke. It broke, Bruce. But he ran in, he grabbed it. It was half in the water, half out, but he got it. And you'll see the video. But it broke. And I say it on the video, use heavy line, because over there, those rocks are jagged and they're low. So when these fish are diving, that leader's hitting all up against the rock. It's going back and forth. And that's very important. Don't go there with 40-pound leader, please. Because that first 20-pound fish you get, you're gone. It's gone. Not even a thought. You're not going to bring that one in. Ooh, I'm so tired of talking already. Bruce, please take over. Take over. Tell me more about Rhode Island. We talked about some of the laws. Scott Lawson, I'm going to say it again. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. But I also will mention, for the bonus box, for the Mr. Poseidon's second annual Montauk 3-Day Striper Challenge, go to Eventbrite. Honey, post it up there for them so they know. It's not spelled like bright. It's spelled like light bright. You know, light bright, you can do it. Okay, you guys don't know it. That really goes heavy back 24 years ago when we got married. But, yeah, it was a long time, Bruce. But Eventbrite, she's going to put it up. And go there, and you can see, just punch in the search, Mr. Poseidon. It's so easy. And then my event will come up. You'll see Bruce, the star, right there walking out dejected because he just lost that 50-pound fish about 4 minutes before that. I was there, I saw it, and I'm a liar. But anyway, it was a great time. We enjoyed ourselves. Please come on now. The numbers building. We're over $750 for the first prize. And every person that joins, it's remarkable. Stay at the Montauk Manor. I'm letting you know because it's the cheapest there. And you know what? It is the cheapest, but honey, tell them about the Montauk Manor since you've been there. I'm putting you on the spotlight, honey. Go ahead. Tell them about.
It's really nice. It has very nice rooms. It's clean. There's a restaurant and a bar, and a piano, that plays like a ghost is playing it. And we're gonna be there Halloween. They're gonna have it all dressed up. Okay, anyway, but yes. Tell them about that, and tell them about the lobby, the entrance. Yes.
Oh my God, I have to do this. Look, the man has to do. It's beautiful. You walk in, it's like 30 feet in the air, and it's like all got these wood, like church designs. Like, what do we call them? Not church, but Come on, help me out. Make it sound good. Lie to these people. No, I'm just kidding. We're not lying. It's just very beautiful. Go to the place, get a nice room. If you want front views and sea views, you're going to have to pay a little. But if not, you can have a wonderful time. Get a room, shower. It's great, man. You're not using mine. It's great. Bruce, tell them more about, do you guys do any live bait there?
I'll throw eels in July and August. You know,
Okay.
when it's slow. Around the moons, I'll throw live eels. I use a lot of riggies, but I'm really I fished with live bait once this year. I was out with a friend of mine. He's got a boat, and he was asking me for like 3 years to go out fishing with him. So finally, I went out, and he was snagging pogies, you know, trying to catch bass after, you know, he's snagging and putting them on a circle hook and live line, and I was throwing spooks. You know, it was around sunset. There was a lot of big bunker around, and there was some big bass in this cove we were fishing.
Right.
So I had a couple of hits, but I couldn't hook up. So finally I said, yeah, all right. So I threw a snag hook on, took a cast, snagged the pogie. Before I could put 3 cranks on the rod, like a 25-pound bass came up and grabbed it. Well, it still was hooked with the snag hook. Now, I'm dreading, because you know how I am with bass. Like,
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Like,
No
please
doubt.
help me. I was praying to God that this fish didn't, like, swallow the treble and get torn up.
Right,
And,
right.
It was almost a perfect hook in the lip. I got the fish in. Didn't even have to take her out of the water. I just lipped her and, popped that treble hook out. But that was my one time fishing this year with bait. And that's why I don't do it. Just because so many times you snag those pogies, before you even get them into the boat, the bass are on them, and those snag hooks just tear the fish right up.
Right, right. Bruce, I just want to say that, continuing, I want to say thank you again to you tonight. It's not over. I'm just saying thank you to Bruce. Very nice what he did. I want to let people out there know and who are listening for the first time or watching me for the first time about my channel, surf fishing videos, mainly striped bass. We talk about products I like. And I do live streams. Let's talk about fishing. Like we're here tonight. We have Bruce Bain on, president of the Narragansett Surf Club. Bruce, I want to talk a little bit about your upcoming event. Tell everybody about that.
Okay. Well, my main upcoming event is the Mr Poseidon 3-day Montauk. That's like the premier event of the year on the East Coast.
I can't wait, buddy. Thank you. That's so nice you're saying, but let's get on. Yeah, go ahead.
This year, we're going to have a blast out there. We had a real good time last year. I hope we get double the people this year, because you got all good people on your show, a lot of great subscribers.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
I hope Narragansett Surfcast we're the first people to actually set a date for the surf show. Our surf day is going to be January 14th at the Narragansett Community Center. Eric was there last year.
That's right. That's Mr. Poseidon.
50 to raise money for the club. He's very, very generous, and we really appreciate that. You see that picture over there behind him? That was a gift. I mean, it's just a small token of appreciation for what he's done for Narragansett Surfcasters.
And I want to say that was given to me by the Narragansett Surf Club. Thank you very much, Bruce Bain, for that. And that is a striped bass, and it's by an artist called Fritz Ford, right? Fritz Ford?
Yep.
Yeah, Fritz Ford. Beautiful stuff. I know Marone Saxatilis has a tattoo on his arm, beautiful, and it was based off that drawing right there. Thank you for that. Moran Saxatilis, the winner of the Surf Rats Ball tournament this year with a 51-pound striped bass. One day we'll get him on the show. We'll have him tell that story, because I heard the story live with Bruce that day, and it was a great, great story. Going back, just stopping for a second, NorCal Cat, I know you're making your way back home. I know you're psyched up to put that motor in. I hope one day I get to come out to California and drive in that boat with you. As bad as I want to get on James Ferguson's boat. Beautiful boat, James. But I want to tell you, James is the Cary Grant. He's another Cary Grant guy. He's got that hairdo. It's moving in the wind. His glasses. Way to go, James Ferguson. When I call anybody Cary Grant, Bruce, you know I call you Cary Grant. Bruce is Cary Grant. But all these guys are Cary Grant. They're good-looking men. They're out there. I mean, really, listen, I'm married. I love women to the death, to the end. But these guys are Cary Grants, man. My subscribers are the best. South Shore, Woodcraft, Porgies, another name for the bunker. That's correct. So, Bruce.
Yeah.
Going back to you in the show, I'm going to be there this year. I cannot wait. Now, let's talk about a little bit more about the plug makers. Whoa! What do we got on tonight? Hey, hey, hey. There she is. Mrs. Kate. Oh, listen to me. Come on back here, Karen. Get over here. Mrs. Cape Crusader. Mrs. Cape Crusader. Mrs. Bruce Bain's wife, Karen. Go ahead, Bruce.
What?
I said that's my support system right there. I don't know how she tolerates it. I took her to the beach all day today. Come home, slept, do the Poseidon show. I'll sleep for a couple more hours.
Right.
Me and Charlie going out at 1. I'll be out there until sunrise in the morning.
Right.
I'll come home, and tomorrow's a holiday, but I'll probably be sleeping most of the day.
You know, and when you say I don't know how she handles it and all that, once she sees Mr. Poseidon on the show, she's hugging you so much harder because she's saying, oh my God, I'm glad I didn't get anybody like Mr. Poseidon. How is Mrs. P handling this? That's what you really got to ask. It's terrible. My goodness. Mr. Poseidon's second annual Montauk 3-Day Striper Challenge. Go to Eventbrite. My wife put it up. She'll put it up again right now. Honey, put it up. Put it up, baby. Hey, how you doing? She's going to put it up, Eventbrite. Punch in Mr. Poseidon. It's so easy in the search, and everything will come up, rules and regulations. And now, Bruce, we're going to take a timeout. Stand by. We're going to go to the overhead camera and talk about Mr. Miguel Rios. How you doing, buddy? We're going to talk about his Ebby Point bag right here. As you can see, the overhead camera, we got a 2-2 bag. These tubes are removable. As you can see, they are removable. This is a nice bag. I love the smoothness right here. Nothing to get caught on. It's very hard to get a hook in here. It's very good. Very nice bag. Look at the nice, thick, and I'm talking. Let's go back again. Listen to me carefully. This is very thick here, and this is very good. Because why? When you close it, it stays closed. I closed it crooked, but don't worry about it. There you go. Ebby Point. Just bring that up to the camera right there. Ebby. Hey, Ebby. No, I'm saying it wrong. It's Eb Point. I'm just kidding around. There it is. Eb Point. So let's get to the front pouch now. Now is where it gets good. Look. There's Bruce. See him hiding in there? That's where he's doing the interview from right there. There he is on the bottom. See that little ring over there? This little rivet thing here? No, these are the, what do we call these again, honey? Bruce, what do we call these?
Drain holes.
Drain holes. There we go. There's another name we use for these, but these are very big drain holes, which is very important. Again, for your body here, it's got that, feels like that seal skin. It's got your belt. They're going, these are tight. These are not like flimsy. These are very tight, very nice. Look at them. They're really, really hard. Really, really good stuff. Thank you for that, Miguel. And you also have a strap, which is removable. Look at that, it removes. So easy. And look at this. Look at this beauty of this. Am I a nice guy? Am I a nice guy? You're going to get zinger baits in here. The 5-inch Maniac Melil in yellow. Nice stuff. Put on your own jig head. This will come in the bag tonight. Let me put it in the bag so I won't forget. And later you'll be like, where's my jig head? So I'll put these right in the bag. There they are. That'll come with the bag tonight. Again, Zinger Baits. Check him out on, where is he on, honey? He's on Facebook, correct?
Zinger Baits, Instagram.
No, Instagram. I'm sorry. Mike, I'm so sorry about that. But Mike.
Zinger.baits.
Yeah. Zinger.baits. Check him out. Good stuff. I use this stuff. Certain areas I go to, I use this stuff. Really, 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 really good stuff. But today we have that lure. I don't have it on me. Was that yellow one that James Ferguson won? Remember the lure I asked you to take a picture of?
It's downstairs.
It's downstairs. Okay, look. We have to show that. Do you mind if you go get it? Ladies and gentlemen, stand by. Mrs. P is now going into action. Check her out. She walks out the room. Hey, honey, not a bad walk out the room. She's mad at me right now. Oh, my goodness, she's so mad at me. Anyway, so we're going back to the bag here. This is what we're going to be giving away, all right? I'm going to let you know how you enter for this at the end of the show. You better stick by. Listen, to anybody new out there who's watching me right now for the first time, we do this every week. I've been doing this for 2.5 years. All I can say is this. Where have you been? Why have you not been to the show? I'm going nuts. I'm going nuts. I watch women come on with bikinis, and the next morning they got 2,000 subscribers, and I'm like, it took me 2.5 years to get 2.5 years to get 1,500 subscribers. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. I have a solid base core group, and these guys are all dynamite, from Rick Hernandez to Edwin to Bruce Bain that's on right now. Orlando, all the way in the West Coast, who's driving from Oregon as we speak. Let's keep him up. Orlando. Don't you go to sleep, Orlando. He's too excited. He can't wait to put that motor in. He's probably going to put it in as soon as he gets home. He's not going to sleep. Anyway, James Ferguson. Get them likes up. It's the grind, baby. It is. And guys, help me get there. Put me, when you see me on Instagram, put me in your stories. I want to get out there. I'm trying so hard. Me and my wife have put in, how much so far, honey? $2 into the business here?
Yeah.
$2. There you go. Let's get back to Bruce again. Yeah, go
Doug
ahead.
Barr said grommets. Grommets was the word you were looking for before.
Grommets. Thank you so much. That's right. Grommets. Bruce, Doug Barr has just embarrassed us. Do you have to do this to me all the time, Bruce? No, I'm just kidding.
What?
Grommets. I'm just kidding. Guys, this bag is a beautiful bag, guys. This is it's a $250 value, and plus you get Zinger baits there. That increases the value to over $1,200. Guys, listen to me, $1,200. Okay, I'm lying now. I can't lie like this. We can't do this. We cannot do this. Okay, going back, Mike. Thank you so much for the Zinger baits. Thank you for that. Zinger baits, guys. Check them out on Instagram. Ebb Point, not Ebby. I like calling them Ebby, though. It should be Ebby. Change it, man. No, I'm kidding, Ed. I'm kidding, Mr. Morales. I'm kidding, Mr. Miguel Rios. So it's Ebb Point. Check out this beautiful orange bag, man. Whoever wins this tonight, you got it made, man. This one's a good. What's that, honey? Yeah. Well, you're not going to win it tonight, but I'll tell you how to enter tonight. I'll tell you how to enter tonight, and. This is the bag. It's got a nice strap to it. Remember, in the back, 2 tubes. Again, I'm showing you. Look, I can't get it out. It's the grommets. 2-tube bag. You got a nice pouch in the front where you can put your wallet in there, and also you have your bucktail holders there. Just good stuff from a good gentleman who makes a good product at a very, very good price. Check them out if you want your own. If you don't win tonight, check them out if you want your own. This is a great bag. Also, I want to show you guys really quick. This is the box you're going to be getting. It's going to have stickers on here, mine, for the Mr. Poseidon 3-Day Challenge. You'll open it. Right now, I got Vinny's custom baits in. This is what they look like. Vinny's Customs, this right here. And they're all different. What is this one? This one is the Invader. It's a 2.5 ounce. It's a metal lip just under the water, guys. 2 treble hooks and a single hook. Oh, no, not a single hook, but 2 treble hooks on it. And a teaser in the back with a tail with eyes on it. I think Vinny's the only one who does them like that. Beautiful stuff. Thank you, Vinny. I'll always remember you, Vinny. And Vinny will be at the 3-Day Challenge. But this is the box everybody will be receiving. Get ready. This box is going to be loaded with a golden ticket. What is the golden ticket? Biggest striper wins, number 1. And how do we do that? Only lengthwise. I'll be distributing. In this box will be a Rapala. Let's talk about it again. A Rapala 60-inch retractable ruler that you can clearly see on the camera. Everybody will have a band of some sort of color on there that day. Everybody will get that in their package. And you'll take that Rapala, open it up, put your hand in there, show that band, and you will be the winner if you have the biggest fish lengthwise. And this box right here will hold a golden ticket for the Saturday night food and beverage at my place in Montauk. We're going to have a raffle that will spin a ball. Everybody will put their golden ticket in there, and hopefully I'll be able to get the right prize. I'm working on it, and that right prize isn't going to be like, yeah, well, you know, he's got a Shakespeare reel. No, we're talking about the install. If it all works out, it's going to be a beautiful deal, and you'll be psyched up. So even if you didn't get the biggest fish, you still have a shot at a great prize. And first prize right now is over. Listen to me, over $750. Bruce, back to you again. Sorry for that little delay. I had to let everybody know. But back to you, Bruce. What do you want to talk about to finish this off or anything else? Talk to me, Bruce.
I just want to say, Eric, you know, Bill nailed it down. He said you got passion, and it's true. I mean, you're one of the best friends I've made since I started fishing. You're one of the most generous people I've ever met.
Well, I'll let you grab my ass. You're damn right I'm generous, but go ahead.
You and Ramina both, you know, you didn't even know me. You welcomed me into your home. You treat me like family. Aww. You're good to everybody you meet. How anybody could ever have any negative thing to say about you is, you know, they have to be just a negative person who would say negative things about anybody, including God, because you're an incredible person. You got so many good people following you on there. I had a problem with my social media this week, and 5 minutes into the problem, I already had Edwin texting me, telling me to fix the problem. You know, he was like right on top of it. So many nice people I've met through you. Rick Hernandez, Kevin Maltozo.
Nice.
You know, great people. I can't say enough good things about you. It really, you guys are great friends.
Thank you, Bruce.
Very nice.
You know, I had to put on my shades for this one, Bruce. I'm sorry, but you know, I get always a little touched. I really do. I'm not bullying here, guys. Bruce is a very nice guy. I was very touched by him by the first time I met him. I was also touched by him the second time when he really touched me. But it was really a good guy, good family, good wife. We've been out with them. He's come over to New York. I've been to Rhode Island. It's hard for me to go to Montauk right now and not go visit these guys. I got to do a quick run to Montauk. Maybe next week. Not maybe. Most likely I'll come out to Rhode Island. I think it'll be a little bit better. What do we have here?
Oh, man.
Oh, Rick Hernandez. Look at that.
Thanks, Rick.
Rick, I just want to tell everybody that Rick Hernandez, another wonderful subscriber who came to the New Hampshire show with us with his girlfriend, Beth, and they worked, you know, with us in the booth. They helped us set up. And let's not forget about Bruce Bain and his actual boys and his friends who put together that trust system that without them I couldn't do it. But going back to Rick Hernandez, Rick Hernandez gifted me this, and I love this. It's a bass with a cowboy on top, and I love this. I take this
cute.
With me for the live streams.
We took it to the canal. We had it on the show.
Yeah, we have it on the shows. He also gifted me a nice gift on top of my head. I don't know if you could see it. I don't think they could see it right now, but let me put the camera up. Can they? It's a big, giant lure up there. It's beautiful. Rick, all I can say is thank you very much. Thank you. Over 1 million times. Rick, this one's for you. Thank you, Rick. Mr. Rick Hernandez, everybody. So, yeah, getting back. Thank you, Rick. Thank you again. And thank Beth for us all the time. She's such a sweetheart. She's a good woman. And I know you guys actually go fishing together. And we will go fishing again. Edwin told me about what you guys are doing, and I want to be with you. So hopefully we'll get together, all three of us again. We won fishing, all three of us, last year in New Jersey. We had a great time. Always. These guys are great people, man. Bruce, go ahead. Continue, man. Anything else you want to say? I don't want to hold you up, man.
I just, a couple of shameless promotions here. You know, people that help out the club, help you out. Helpful to the whole surf casting community. Vinny from Vinny's Customs, of course. Rob DeBona from RD Customs, Mario from Mugging 'em Up Bucktails, Will Walker from 401 Plugs in Rhode Island makes great stuff.
And all those guys are going to be in my bonus box. All of them that he just mentioned. Go ahead. Don't forget about Scott.
Brennan Seeley from Dead Reckoning Bucktails, Scott Lawson Baits, tremendous stuff. Mike Benzinger from Zinger Baits, Jamie from Gremlin Baits, Don from Big D Custom Plugs, and Luke from Z Belts. Luke making great belts, bags, all kinds of surf fishing gear you need. Check them out. All good people. They really support Narragansett Surfcasters, and I know they help support Mr. Poseidon whenever they can.
Yeah, that's correct. And you know what? There's a lot of good people, different tackle. You guys have to make your own decision. Like, you know, also there's Turtle Cove Tackle. Let's not forget about those guys. They've been on my show before. Yep. I love their Boga grip holder. Now, I've gotten a lot of complaints back about using a Boga grip holder and bigger fish. People are writing away. Look, in the future, I don't know what I'm going to do right now, but I'm making my decisions right now. I have to do it because... make those decisions because there's a lot of people out there. I don't want to deal with it, and I feel better about the striped bass because I get a lot of info back. Guys, let me tell you right now, Orlando from NorCal Cat, what a conservationist. We're going to have him at the 3-Day Montauk Challenge. He will be there. Listen to me. He will be there. He already told me he's coming. He's in. He's going to be giving a little seminar in the morning. And if you don't go to that seminar one of the 3 days and you get the big fish, you're not going to win because that's one of the qualifications. You must go to Orlando's seminar. He'll be giving 3 of them out. You got to be to one of them. And if you're not and you catch that 45-pound bass, enjoy the pictures on Instagram, but you're not going to win the top prize at Mr. Poseidon.
That's great. I'm so glad O's coming.
Oh, yeah, he's coming, brother. He's coming.
Orlando, stay awake, man.
Stay awake.
Brother, stay awake.
Stay awake. Everybody tell him to stay awake. Stay awake, Orlando. All right, one final prize. Last week, that was won by who, honey? Who was this?
Wait, last week we didn't.
We didn't. This was the drawing, right? Which was for last week, whoever left a...
Yeah, was it that one?
So it was a pink one, but what I did was I noticed that the pink had a couple of scabs up here. Now, I didn't use this one, but I took it out of the package, and these scabs happened from other lures in the bag hitting it. But I did put a brand new one in there to go along with this. So, Matt, if you're out there from Night Shift Fishing, please mention the company that the bags were in, Matt, because I don't have the bag anymore. I threw it out that they came in with these. I'm so sorry, but these are beautiful lures. I know that Oski, thank you so much. I know what you've done for me. We talked for a good 20 minutes. Me, you, and my wife on the video chat. He used this. He was the first one to catch a fish on these. We use these at the Cape Cod Canal, which I also caught a fish with. Not this one. The other one's been bit up pretty good because it caught a couple of them.
It's East End Lure Company.
There you go. East End Lure Company. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate you. These are beautiful lures. So somebody tonight.
Mac 5.5 ounce, he says.
Thank you so much. And these are great. I use these. Not these, but I have another one downstairs in my bag, which got chewed up, but I did catch a few stripers on that one, including Zinger Baits. I did get my first one right here with Mr. Zinger Baits. Not this one right here because I lost that one. But one of them did catch me on a 4-ounce jig. I put it on. It wasn't the biggest fish in the canal, but Zinger Baits works everywhere. Zinger Baits, thank you so much. Also, I want to give a little credit to hey, how you doing? I use this Algag. This was given to me by Weekend Warrior Surfcaster. I won't be using this anymore. This will be going out of commission just to remind me of my first weekend in the Cape Cod Canal with Weekend Surfcaster and his lovely wife. Thank you for that, buddy. That'll be going out of commission on the Poseidon hook right there. You'll be seeing that weekly. That was a great time, and I will never forget that time. So going back to Mr. Bruce Bain again. Bruce! Oh, wait. We have Outcast Lures. This was this morning's giveaway. These are nice lures, guys. I'm going to tell you right now, these are $40+ lures. I don't care if I say the price, but they are, and I paid full price for these. I got these at Red Top, right, honey? That was at Red Top. What was it, Tackle Shop?
Red Top Sporting Goods.
Yeah, Red Top Sporting Goods up in Massachusetts in the Cape Cod Canal. Wonderful guys that work there. Man, I met some excellent people that work there. But this was one of the lures I picked up there. I have the white one, which also got me a striper. This is a beautiful, beautiful plug. So this is a pencil popper, but it's a fatty. It's called a large, and it's in the yellow, white. And this was won by James Ferguson, who just beat out Mike. Mike, I know you gave that one. Mike answered first, and then his wife said, oh, he's excluded from this, right? Because Mike, Night Shift Fishing, knows so much about that canal. He gave us a tour. He was like the top-notch tour guide, and he answered like, I was like, how could he answer like that if he answered? But he didn't want to just give it up. So James Ferguson answered. Right after that, the correct answers were what were the correct answers, honey? Buzzards Bay Railroad Bridge, the Cape Cod Canal Bridge, the Bourne Bridge, and the final one, which was the Help Me Guys Bridge. Help me. Sagamore, there you go. Thank you, Bruce. Bruce, I didn't want you to say anything. I wanted to subscribe. Why did you have to ruin my show, Bruce? That's it. Show's over. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Thank you for that, Bruce. So those were the 4 correct answers. And the first ones to answer correctly was James Ferguson. Use this proudly, James. Let me sign it and don't use it at all. I'm just kidding. We got enough things signed by you, by me. So, James, thank you so much. You're a wonderful cat. I'm glad you won this. Very good. And Matt, you'll get him next time, buddy. You're always included. Never forget that. All right, going back to Bruce Bay now. We want to finish up the show because I'm going to let you guys know in a second, 1 second, how to enter for the Ebb Point bag, double tube, and a package of 5-inch. 4 of them you get in there. Maniac Minnow, that's by Zinger Baits. Mike, thank you very much for that. Bruce, finish it off for me, buddy. Tell me some more.
I guess I'm hoping you get out to Rhode Island before October 19th, but I know you're really busy.
Yeah.
I know you're busy schedule.
Yeah.
And being as generous as you are in all the giveaways, I know you got to work at least 40 hours a week overtime to keep up with.
Right, I do, Bruce. I do. You're absolutely right. But I can cut it down 8 hours, pay for my hotel in Rhode Island, and I'm coming. No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
I'm kidding. But I promise you this, Bruce. If I don't get out there this week, next week's a guarantee because I looked at my schedule. I have off my regular days. I can make it out there for 2 nights. One night I can do in my truck in any parking lot that allows me to sleep in my truck. But the second night I'll have a nice motel where I can sit back, relax a little, get a good sleep, and do one more fishing tour with you.
We can always find a place for you to sleep down there. There's no problem with that. You know, I can't guarantee you wonderful accommodations, but we'll always find a place.
No, it's always wonderful accommodations, especially that time we slept together in the set. No, okay, let's stop now. That's enough.
Slept in the back of the Volkswagen together.
Yeah, that was a good one, Bruce. You know. Okay, so now we're going to be giving away the Ebb Point Surfcaster. No. What's that?
Now we're going to draw the name for the pink one and the...
Okay, this one.
No,
okay, this one right here. I'm sorry. This is for the... What was this called again, honey?
They're from East End.
East End Lures. Thank you for this. This is a... This was a gift from Matt from Night Shift Fishing. I want to say thank you very much. It was originally 1, but because this has a couple of nicks in it, and I haven't used this. I didn't use this one. I'm going to give you actually a brand new one. So you're getting 2 of these. One in white, which is a killer. This is the one I used at the Cape Cod Canal. I killed them with this. I got a few of them with this. About 40 fish it was, Rumi? No, I'm just kidding. But I got a few fish with this. Kick their booty. And this one right here, the pink with the little off pink on the bottom, you're set to go. These are beautiful, beautiful things. Okay, so you want to do that giveaway right now?
Okay, so we'll press the button now.
Press it again. Press it again. Go ahead, press it again. Now is it turning yet? All right, so what do we got? I can't see anything. My glasses. Let me put on my glasses. Yep. Now I can see everything. Hello.
All right.
Very good. Okay, there it is. Kevin Maltoso. There you go, buddy. You're going to be picking up these beauties right here. Kevin, congratulations on that. I'm glad you won these. Kevin is a guarantee on my show. He's here all the time. He's been here since the start. And when I talk Kevin Maltoso, please, guys, understand, we are talking about, hold on. I gotta get my chair up real high for this one. The Cow Bass! Cow Bass, man. Kevin Maltozo. Let's have a nice cheer for him. Kevin! Congratulations on this, Kevin. You deserve it. We'll put these in the mail, and we'll get these out to you very, very soon. Okay, going back down now. Now we're going to do the bag. So how do you win this bag right here? Let me show you. The at-point bag. At the end of this video, like every other one, guys, you go on the bottom and you leave a comment. And our next Sunday show, we'll be broadcasting with Kevin Maltozo, the Cow Bass man, who'll be on. We're going to give this beautiful, gorgeous bag away next week. So you got all week to leave a comment. You can say what you want. Let your friends know. I know none of you are going to let your friends know. That's for sure. No way. I wouldn't let anybody know either. The less people, the more chance I have to win this.
Aww.
But that's okay. So this will be next week's giveaway. But put the comment down in the bottom of this video, and you're eligible. You don't have to know any friends. You don't have to know anybody. Just leave a comment. During the week on Instagram, I'll let everybody know. Bruce, the Caped Surfcaster of Rhode Island. We got to get that name for you, Constant, on YouTube, man. We got to get that out there. The Caped Surfcaster of Rhode Island. Watch out. Hey. So, Bruce, anything else? Finale, because I want to say thank you to you, my honey. You want to say anything to Bruce, Dad?
Thanks, Bruce. And also to Karen, I hope she's feeling 100%.
Yes.
After her surgery.
She's doing really good. She's doing really good.
Good. So, Bruce, anything else? You're on right now, all alone. Spotlight's on you, buddy.
Just to all the guys out there listening, save the date, January 14th, Narragansett Community Center. Some of the best lure builders on the East Coast are going to be there. Hopefully, we're going to have the guys from Surfcasters Journal.
Can't wait.
Mr. Poseidon's going to be there showing off his generosity as usual.
That's right.
A lot of good people.
Thank you. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you to Karen. Thank you to the Narragansett Surfcasters Club. Thank you, guys, to everybody there. Wonderful people. We're going to have quite a few people from that club at the 3-day challenge. That's the second annual. Come on, guys. Come on down. We're going to have a great time. It's us. We're loners out there. We're all alone. I don't want to be all alone.
Sign up for that 3-day challenge. I expect to see all you Mr. Poseidon fans out there.
Yeah, really. Sign up right now, all right? I'm going to wait.
Nice. So,
no, I'm not waiting anymore. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you to everybody.
Honey, happy Labor Day weekend.
Thank you. Anything in my happy Labor Day. Enjoy, guys. We love you.
See you next
Leave a
time.
comment at the bottom of the video. Mike.